Premier Doug Ford and Transportation Minister Caroline Mulroney are making an announcement. We'll listen in now.
Our province has secured over $25 billion in new investments for vehicle and battery production from the 6 largest automakers in the world. This includes GM's major investment in their Oshawa and Ingersoll plants to manufacture the company's next generation models. We're also helping to get more electric vehicles on the road, investing in public charging infrastructure, including $91 million to support the installation of more EV chargers at highway rest stops, carpool parking lots, Ontario parks, and in community hubs like hockey arenas and municipal parks. And we're boosting our province's supply of clean, affordable energy to keep pace with the rapid electrification of vehicles. And today, we're so pleased to announce the launch of 2 new fully electric GO buses. Starting next week, commuters on select GO bus routes, including right here in Oshawa, will have the opportunity to travel on these zero-emission vehicles. Once on board, commuters will experience a quieter ride and have access to USB chargers as well as seatbelts. These new buses are part of our plan to support the growth of electric vehicles and expand clean transit options across the province. And friends, this is just the beginning. Over the next 10 years, our government is investing over $70 billion in the largest transit expansion in Canadian history. We're building fast and reliable rail options from Niagara in the west to Bowmanville in the east, and to Timmins and Cochrane in the north. We're building new subways, including the Ontario Line, Scarborough Subway Extension, Yonge North Subway Extension, and the Eglinton West Line. And we're going to continue working with our partners, including Metrolinx, to expand clean and green transportation right across our province. Because, friends, the future is electric, and we're going to lead the charge. Thank you for joining us today, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you.
Hi, Premier. I'm not sure the mic is working. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great.
How you doing? I wanted to ask you just, and maybe someone else has the details on this, but
Sure.
Can someone explain just the cost of one of these electric buses compared to a conventional bus and the economics of rolling that out for the whole fleet eventually, I presume, and I assume they're cheaper to run,
Yeah.
but you know, how much does it cost?
Great question. I'm going to hand it over to either the minister or Phil.
Yeah, thank you for that question. These buses typically price around double the price of a diesel bus. So diesel buses go around $700,000 a bus. This is about $1.5 million. But the real issue is the life cycle cost, because the operating cost is about 1/3 of what that is for a diesel bus. If you think of an electric bus, they're not moving parts such as gearboxes and axles and stuff like that, or engines and the like. So the real focus for us, though, is to figure out whether, there's a lot of urban buses that are EV buses that operate shorter routes. Our routes are sometimes up to 650 kilometers long, and it's really to get the right technology into the bus itself, which will affect the price, because battery technology drives the price of these buses. And this is why we're trialing the 2 buses to see what's the maximum range we can get. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And to the Premier,
Yes.
As you're well aware, there's been a lot of talk and confusion and discussion about the Greenbelt decision. I wanted to ask just a question to clarify some of the information that's out there that people have been seizing on. So
Sure.
The question goes like this. When did you decide to tell the province's bureaucrats to start looking at the Greenbelt as a solution to the housing problem? And when you did that, did you provide any specific areas of land for them to look at?
Well, I didn't ask them to look at any specific land, but when it started, when we saw a housing crisis, and let's just be honest with everyone here, the Greenbelt was a failed policy, a flawed policy from the Liberal government, and it was pretty clear. They made the policy, and then they decided to change it 17 times. I'm a strong believer in making sure, be it wetlands, marshes, ponds, no one can build on those. We've added 2,000 more acres to the Greenbelt. But what we believe in, if there's an existing community and across the street, the same piece of property, we need to build homes. There's 450,000 people that landed in Ontario last year, the fastest growing region by far in North America. These people need homes, they need attainable homes, nonprofit homes, and we're going to continue to build. As our economy grows, and the reason there's 450,000 people, our economy is strong. It's one of the strongest in North America, and as you see, more jobs are coming here. Over 650,000 more people are employed today than when we took office 4.5 or 5 years ago. So we're going to continue building homes, 1.5 million homes, and affordable homes as well.
Just would you rule out the Greenbelt, more Greenbelt?
Again, we're going to continue building homes, but where we aren't going to build on ponds, wetlands, and marshes. But do you know what's great too? And I'm going to ask Minister Bethlenfalvy to talk about it, about our environmental record. And I always believe, I've said it 100 times, it's not either or. It's and. We can grow the economy, we can build homes, and be environmentally friendly, and that's what our government's doing. But what a great other announcement about parks. We just announced an urban park, 1,300 acres in Uxbridge, right in Minister Bethlenfalvy's backyard. So why don't we have him come up and talk a little bit about this great urban park. Thank you.
And we've just been listening in live to Premier Doug Ford making an announcement on transit this morning.